let's go. This is the life we chose. It's what these guys want. Competition is what defines these guys in that locker room. They're not going to feel sorry for themselves. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We're just going to lick our wounds and get on to the next battle. But there's nothing better than getting into another competitive game. I said it before the game. So much of this regular season, there's been talk about games are being meaningless and everybody's just waiting for the playoffs. Well, come tune in to the Miami Heat. You'll see something different. Okay, these games are extremely competitive. Our guys are laying everything out on the floor, and it's really just a joy to watch and be a part of.
How we go game by game. You know, you never know what's gonna happen on the other end, but you know, it's still not over. 3 games left, 2 games at home, 1 away, so why not?
John Wall doing his best to look like an actual Wizard on Saturday as the Washington Wizards host the Miami Heat, both teams vying for playoff positioning in the Eastern Conference. John Wall doing things at both ends of the floor, an easy dunk on one end and a great chase down block on the other. Look at him denying Josh.
Point win for Miami. John, this whole game was back and forth, but let's start here from this Hassan to Tyler play.
Gorgeous driving kick action. Hassan out of the post, kicks it out. One extra pass, finds Tyler Johnson, who is outstanding beyond the arc. But this Heat team making the extra passes. Look at this transition rundown. Josh Richardson had 2 blocks. That one's called for a goaltender on the replay. He blocks it before it hits the backboard. And, you know, unfortunately for the Heat, it gives the Wizards 2 points.
James Johnson, meanwhile, my goodness, we'll get more JJ in a moment, but that was a big-time move.
Huge attacking the basket moves in the 4th quarter by him. Look at this careless turnover here by the Wizards. You got to shorten the angle. That's a 4-time All-Star making that pass instead of dribbling over to the side. Big turnover, which plagued the Wizards. And the Dragon responds here. Did a phenomenal job after a slow start, keeping his confidence to make plays.
Markieff Morris here. Here's a guy that you talk so much about, Wall and Beal. He was the guy tonight for the Wizards, John.
He was. Overall, was the leading scorer for the Washington Wizards and made some big shots like that one to put the Wizards, tie them up there.
I know you love this. This is something the Heat don't often do in a close game. Feed it to Hassan.
It's one of our keys to the game. I think he's got a real matchup, positive matchup against Gortat. Look at this play here. Even Whiteside referenced it. He had 2 plays, including that one where he went up for a rebound and hit his hand and went in the basket, the wrong basket.
You go to JJ in a situation like that, and he makes you look good with that one.
He does. He took Morris over and over again to the basket, and this is just an unbelievable turnover. One of 20 turnovers that the Wizards have on their home court. And that one right there absolutely sealed their fate.
All right, so they hit the 2 free throws. It's a 3-point game. John, we watch him nail the free throws. As we do that, we set up the final play. Tell me what was so impressive about Hassan Whiteside on Bradley Beal here.
All right, so what you're going to see here coming out of the huddle is the Heat are going to look to switch 3-point shot attempts. But look at Whiteside on one of the quickest players on the team, Bradley Beal. He switches and then maintains his lateral movement without fouling, stays down on the floor, hand up without fouling, and putting him on the line and blocks that shot. Did a tremendous job of being disciplined there. That was his 3rd block, and the most important, taking away the 3-point look from that sharpshooter, Bradley Beal.
7-footer, too. And that's the thing, too, Johnny. You mentioned not fouling. It's very easy for a big guy, right, to maybe want to just go up on that first move, get caught midair, and bump him at all.
Moments of the game. James Johnson, he made some huge plays for Miami. This layup with 11 seconds left. Isolation when the Heat needed a score. Put him up 104 to 103. Wizards had the ball. Watch the mix-up. Kelly Oubre Jr. throws it to Richardson instead of John Wall. Richardson goes to the line with 9.6 seconds left, makes both free throws. Brooklyn. And then Whiteside with the block shot on Bradley Beal to ice the game. The Heat win it by 3. The toughness and the togetherness of a lovable Miami Heat team fighting to the finish in attempts to make the playoffs.
What was going on with Gordon tonight?
Well, he started slow, and things weren't going his way, but as we've seen all year long, he's so resilient himself, and he keeps playing so hard. Good things happen for Gordon. He's got great confidence in his ability and winds up closing very strong and finishing well. Had 5 points in that critical 4th quarter and an assist. Drew a foul there. got himself to the line. Important play by the leader of this team with his ability to make shots.
Your game summary delivered by Papa John's. And John, you see the summary, you see a lot of close numbers, and the Heat weren't great with the basketball at times, but they certainly weren't as bad as the Wizards with those 20 turnovers. Off the bench. How has he taken that role in the last couple games?
I think well. He knows he is really the go-to guy, and he's performing at a higher and higher level. His confidence continues to grow. Look at him mixing up his game. We've seen a drive, a mid-range jumper, and then we've seen a three ball. Here's another one. He had 3 tonight from off the bench. Tyler Johnson, 3 of 5 from 3, 19 points overall.
All right, JJ, meanwhile, as that starter, as the bench player, doesn't matter what you put him as, he's productive.
Moving without the ball. Keith Morris turns his head. Okay, I'll cut this one. Not exactly how he wanted to draw it up, but the vision laying on his chest. Finding his brother Johnson with the backdoor cut.
Yeah, this is great to see the team
Rush up.
Mike,
right there.
Slow down.
Yeah, I mean, so quick and explosive. Look at the crossover spin back. He's getting more and more comfortable with his offhand, his left hand, almost dominant around the basket.
Fellow probably played not only his best game of the season, John, one of the better games of his career given the situation. Take us through to what he did tonight.
Well, he started early, just battling for position, getting into the block, took Gortat down. He's got about a 25-pound advantage of strength and can use his athleticism on him. Here you see him facing him up, mixed up his game, but really established himself early. We talked about it in the pregame because he had a hard time engaging in the last game due to foul trouble. He got himself going very strongly on the offensive end, finishes with 30, got 12 boards, 5 of them offensive, which were critical, getting extra shots, and then the 3 blocks and 2 steals. Again, the defensive side coming out. He altered a lot of shots in there, too, other than those 2 blocks.
To be with the man of the hour. Let's first talk about that last play. I assume on the switch, you're just defending whoever ends up in front of you.
I mean, when a 3-time NBA champion coach tell you defense player of the year, regardless of whatever the votes come out, man, I believe it. You know, regardless if I got to switch on their guards or not. You know, I was want to make the big block for our team.
When did he tell you that? Is that something he continues to feed?
He told me that in the timeout. He said, man, we need a Hassan Whiteside stop. So we need a stop bet right here, man. You defense player of the year. So when a 3-time, not 1, not 2, 3-time NBA coach tell you that, I'm listening.
You also had to do some things on the other end of the floor. How were the guys finding you? How did you get these opportunities to impact this game offensively?
Playing with JJ, man, is amazing, man. You know, I want to play with him for the rest of my life, man. You know, he just adds so much to our team. It's I really can't even, outside the numbers, him as a person, you know, he just found me on a lot of balls, and Goran and Josh, you know, it's great chemistry.
In a game where you have so many ties, you're up, you're down, but when the buzzer sounds, you win, and you know you have to have it. How gratifying is it?
Man, it's great, man. I had 2 offensive rebounds for him for scores. That never happened to me in my life, man. It was just the ball wasn't going my way all the time, but we stuck with it. Morris hit a big-time 3, but, you know, we just kept our composure and said, let's get a stop.
Congratulations. Let's go home.
Thank you, man. Heat Nation, man.
He's talking to you, wrapping you up. There he is, everything that had to be done to get the 3-point victory in the nation's capital. And now, 2 more remain. But for now, jubilation in the locker room. It's time to head back to paradise.
Joining us the final, once again, 106-103, the Heat win it. If you'd like to catch tonight's game again, tune in tonight at midnight or tomorrow at noon as we replay all of tonight's action presented by your South Florida Honda dealers. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports Sun, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. My partner, John Crotty, the great Jason Jackson, the tremendous duo of Eric Green and the coach, Tony Fiorentino. I'm Will Mansell saying thanks for watching. The Heat still alive. We'll see you Monday.